protectors of the Sunnah followers, protectors of the Sunnah.
Ina alhamdulillah wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to another session of our Hadith class, and we're studying the Hadiths from the book entitled 55 Hadiths on Islamic Behavior and Discipline. This is how the book looks. Please make sure you go to atleonline.com and purchase this book. It only costs $5, I believe. And today we'll be on Hadith number 35. Which addresses avoiding pride. As every one of us should know, pride is a characteristic of Shaitan. Outer pride, that is. Inner pride is something that we're all supposed to have as Muslims. Inner pride is self-respect, self-esteem, self-confidence. Those types of pride are required in order to be a strong believer. But the outer pride is when we take what's inside, and because of it, we allow ourselves to think we're better than others, that we're superior over others, or we take that self-respect, that self-confidence, and take it to the extreme where we believe that we are above correction. That becomes arrogance. And this is the type of pride that will condemn anyone who possesses even an ounce of it to the hellfire. So let's look at this hadith. It's narrated by Ibn Masud. Ibn Masud was another companion whom the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua for, asking Allah to bless with a deep understanding of the Quran. Ibn Masud said that the Prophet said, whoever has in his heart the weight of a mustard seed of pride will never enter paradise. And a man who was listening said, O Prophet of Allah, some of us loves to have nice clothing. We love for our shoes to be clean and nice. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah is beautiful and Allah loves beauty. There's nothing wrong with liking to have nice clothing, nice shoes. The pride I'm speaking about is when you are too arrogant to accept the truth out of self-conceit, or you look down on the people around you. So again, inner pride is okay. If a person likes to dress nice, I love to wear beautiful pashimas. I love to make sure that my appearance is attractive, because I know that Allah loves beauty. This is not, this is inner pride. This is okay. We're supposed to, like to look nice, and because Allah likes that. But if I were to think that I'm better than others because of what I'm wearing or how I look, or I think I'm above being corrected or above being admonished, this is the type of pride that's haram. So we learn from this hadith that as Muslims, you will never enter paradise if you have even an ounce of pride, the type of pride that's outer and haram. Also, for some people who do possess this, they're going to be in the hellfires, just that simple. And not all Muslims will enter paradise in the same way. Some of us, will avoid the hellfire because we lived our lives having earned the love of Allah. And Allah has promised He will never allow the fire to touch anyone that He loves. But for those of us who didn't earn that love, we're going to have to get across that Sirat bridge. And we may have to do some time in hell. Some of us permanently. Some of us for a short time. So we have to learn to stay away from pride because it's dangerous. And we should never deny the truth when it's presented to us. Just before class today, someone on Facebook who I don't even know put me to tag me and something. and she was saying that some man told her something was haram, but he didn't give evidence. I don't even know what it was he told her, and the man used me as a reference. I don't know this person. I mean, one of the things I teach all my students here is whenever we use the word haram, we have to give evidence to prove it. The lawful and the unlawful have been clearly defined by Allah. If you can't produce the proof that something is haram, you don't tell them to go talk to this person. You just like I don't say go talk to Abu Huraira. I'm not going to tell you go talk to Aisha. You know, if you're going to tell somebody that something is haram, you give the clear evidence to prove it. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut because you make a fool out of yourself. You know, so again, you know, but a lot of us have too much pride. We're too prideful to admit that we're wrong. Like whoever this person is, he has too much pride to admit that he's wrong for giving and admonishing people without dalil. He's too prideful to admit that he's wrong, you know, and instead wants to refer it to an innocent person so that person can be slandered. This is wrong. So what do you guys think of this hadith? How does it impact you in your personal life? Go ahead, start us off. Take the mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Excuse me. I just got through eating peanut butter. Okay. One of the things that we do have to remember is how to distinguish between self-care and the type of pride in yourself that makes you want to build on your self-esteem and like yourself and take care of your health and those type of things. That's a positive type of pride, and it's nothing wrong with that. But yes, I do agree that arrogance, the type of pride that leads to arrogance, to where, you know, you think yourself above everybody or most people, you know, and that you can do no wrong. Nothing that you do is wrong. Nothing that you do should be checked or disciplined or admonished in any way because you're perfect. You're perfect. And no one is perfect except Allah. And we need to distinguish between those two because we don't want to end up in that dark place, that hot spot, because we, you know, disrespected others and built so much upon ourselves that we want to put ourselves on a mental level that we think only Allah can be, you know. So we do have to distinguish between the two and remember that Allah is God, not us.
Exactly. Thank you for sharing, Sabrine. Go ahead, Sister Sahara.
I'm glad that you brought up this hadith because I was talking about pride a couple of days ago with my sister, and like I know a couple of people in my life who are like that, and it's not a good look like at all. Like you can tell them that they're doing wrong, but they don't believe they're doing anything wrong, and they'll be like, "No, I'm not doing anything wrong." But then when somebody else does it, they will basically backbite and just like, you know, clown them for it. But when they do it, they think that they're God chosen people. Be like, oh, when I did this, you know, it's different. Try to make excuses. And I'm like, what makes you think you're better than anyone else? Like you're a human being. Out of all these people in this world living today, right now, you think you're special. Out of everyone, Allah is going to choose you guys to be special. And just like, their pride was just like really high to the point like it just, I don't know what it did to them, but honestly it just shows that some people, I don't know if it's like what they're listening to, or I don't know if it's like, I really don't know what it is. I just don't understand how people have like such high pride to the point that it causes them to like, I don't know, kind of like, you know, lead them astray almost. So it's just really sad, and we need to like get our pride together and always be thankful to Allah and just pray to Allah that our pride doesn't consume us, because it can lead you to the wrong direction.
Exactly, and that's the arrogance. That's that type of pride is the is not self-esteem. That's arrogance, and that's the same type of pride that caused Iblis to be damned. Both Adam and Iblis committed the same sin. They both disobeyed Allah. Okay, but the difference was Adam owned up to it. He admitted he was wrong, and he asked Allah to forgive him. But Iblis felt that he was better. He said, "Why should I ask forgiveness from you for what I did to him? He's nothing. He's a peasant. I was made out of fire. I'm better than him." You know, too arrogant to confess and own up, too arrogant to submit. You know, this is the type of pride that falls in the category of disbelief and can land some people a seat in the hellfire forever with Iblis. So we have to be very careful of that. And like I said earlier, we have to be very careful too when we call ourselves giving nasihat or advice to other Muslims. If you're going to advise another Muslim that they're doing something wrong, you know, there's a certain criteria that you have to meet. Number one, you have to know for a fact that what that person is doing is wrong. And part of knowledge means you can provide your evidence. Evidence is not go talk to somebody else. Evidence is a verse from the Quran or an authentic hadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if understanding of that hadith is needed, the understanding is from those companions. You know, if you can't do that, then you're not in a position to advise or give nasiha to anyone. Instead, you sit on your hands and shut up and make dua for people, because you can't stop it with your tongue because you don't have the understanding or knowledge to do that. You can't do it with your hand because you're not anyone of any power. So just pray for the Muslims if you think they're doing something wrong and you can't prove it's wrong. You know, arrogance. A lot of people going to be in that hellfire when they're in that grave because they were too arrogant to just let things go. All right. I want to thank everybody.
Wait a minute, Layla. I want to
Okay,
say
go ahead.
something. I'm glad that you explained that about pride, because some people think that it's that Allah don't love beauty. They supposed to look like Mammy made this and Mammy made that, or just go around looking all messed up, you know. And I quote something like that from the wrong understanding. So I'm really, really glad that you cleared that up.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, because this hadith is clear. This hadith said, the man stood up and said, "Oh, prophet, some of us like to have nice clothes. You know, we take pride in how we look. You know, we would take pride in the shoes we wear. So because I care about my appearance and I like to dress in nice clothing and I'm proud of the shoes I have, is that going to take me to hell?" The prophet told him, no, that's beauty. That's something different. That's the inner pride that we're all supposed to have. That self-esteem, that self-worth. Allah loves beauty. No, we're talking about the outer pride. The outer pride when you look down on others because of what you got. And you think you better than others because of what you have. And you think you're above correction because of it. Don't get it twisted, people. All right. I'd like to thank everybody for joining and participating in this session. Just to remind everyone, don't forget that tomorrow we have the part 3 of the resurrection series. The new series that I am doing on the resurrection, we're speaking about death. Yesterday I spoke about how the angel of death pulls the soul. Tomorrow we're going to speak about what happens as that soul is being pulled. Okay, we're going to go, this topic is going to be in such detail that inshallah to scare you to practicing your religion right. So that class is tomorrow, and check the time on Facebook. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who are not part of our Facebook, our Sunnah Followers Facebook group page, please join it now because all the events are posted there, all the classes. You click on the events, you will see all the classes for tomorrow. We have my class on the prophets and messengers. That's at 6. Then we have my series on the resurrection. That's at 8. Then we have the evening reminder from Dr. Dramali at 8:45. And don't forget, we have the morning reminder from Dr. Dramali at 6:30 a.m. So for you guys who have to work, when you get up in the morning and make Fajr, and as you're preparing for work, log in here to Sunnah Followers. Dr. Jamali will be here at 6:30 to start your day off with a beautiful reminder, some verses from Surat al-Baqarah and their meaning. So it's always good to remember Allah and start your day off and end your day with that. So join us at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. So I'm going to close out here for tonight. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.